Hello everybody, and welcome to XCOM, Enemy Unknown. Now I say that with a special reverence because this is one of my absolute favorite games ever. And if you're asking yourself, why are you playing Enemy Unknown and not Enemy Within, is because I'm going to do that one too. Probably not for a while, but I wanted to do them both. I love XCOM, I got no problem doing multiple playthroughs of it. So, this is the XCOM that came out in 2018. I assume everybody, well not everybody, but most people know about these games and how they work. But, just in case, I'll try and go over everything in relatively good detail. Now how we're going to play this is, the last time I played through this, which was multiple years ago, I played through normal and I did an Iron Man run. And what Iron Man is you play with a single save that's updated automatically as you progress through the game. In an Iron Man game, your choices and their consequences are permanent. So somebody dies, they're dead. There's no loading, there's no save scumming, nothing like that. Yep. So, I played normal on Iron Man mode, and I didn't really have many difficulties. So we're gonna go classic, which is an extreme challenge for experienced XCOM players only. Without trying to sound too full of myself, I'm experienced. It doesn't mean I'm good. Doesn't mean I'm great. And I also didn't cut on the tutorial because that's a couple extra episodes of gameplay that we don't really need. Two possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe, or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. Arthur C. Clarke. Maybe you shouldn't touch that. Just maybe.
In light of the
Goosebumps.
recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
Oh, I love this game. It's been a few years since I've played it, so you'll have to excuse me. I'm sure I will get some things wrong. So, the very first thing we do is we identify our base location, which means we pick where our base wants to go. Unlike the older XCOMs, we only get one base. So, North America. Oh yeah, each one gives us different bonuses. So, North America. All aircraft and aircraft weapons cost 50% less to purchase, build, and maintain. Useless if you ask me. Same with Europe. Its laboratories and workshops cost 50% less to build and maintain. This can be good. All projects in the Foundry and the Officer Training School cost 50% less. but that's really finite once you're done with all of the officer training school upgrades. It's useless except for foundry stuff, and they're not that expensive. This one's pretty good. South America. Autopsies and interrogations are completed instantly. This is what I usually go with, though. Africa. Monthly XCOM funding increased by 30%. That tends to be helpful for everything, and it's helpful throughout the whole game. Even though near the end of the game, money isn't as important. But that's the one I always go with, so Africa it is.
We're heading to South Africa for this one, and we need to get down there fast. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
So, one of the other interesting things about XCOM is the longer your people survive, obviously the better they get, but also the better equipment they get, and the better you end off.
Strike one, this is Central. You are free to engage all hostile contacts in the AO. Don't take any chances.
So, in the beginning, it is really easy to get killed. And when your people get killed, they are dead.
Commander. Clear to engage.
Alien life on Earth.
There they are.
We're witnessing something never before seen in recorded history.
Those are sectoids. Those are the basic GI infantry.
Okay.
Let's get you up here. Alright, so we'll do a quick overview of the actual UI and everything. There in the very top left, you can see 3 alien heads. That means that this specific unit can target... Oh, hang on, wrong button. Like I said, it's been a few years. Can target 3 different aliens. So, the very first move we made, you saw it was outlined in blue. That means it took up our first action point, and we have 1 remaining. There in the bottom left, we have the unit's name, Teresa Alonso. If we click down on the left stick, it will show exactly what she has, what pluses, minuses, perks, abilities, things like that she has. So there we see her health is 5, will is 40, offense is 65, and defense is 40. So we're mostly just going to try and get people into position at this point.
Moving to position.
Now another thing you want to see there is, and I'll show you with this other unit, you see how that has a shield on it? That means it's, I want to say 75% cover, and this is 50% cover. If it's not 75, it's 100%. So the half shield is obviously going to be worse than the full shield. So let's get everybody into full cover. And everybody still has 1 action left because I used their movement for 1 action. Now there in the bottom, the very middle bottom, where it says right trigger, so this, it brings up all the things your unit can do. Start with just plain firing. It does up to 4 damage. And she only has line of sight on 2 enemies. She can overwatch, so you fire on the first enemy that moves within your line of sight at a small aim penalty. Next we have Frag Grenade, which does up to 3 damage, and would be a pretty good throw against those guys if we could get there, but that's as far as it goes. And then we have Hunker Down. It doubles your cover bonus and provides immunity to critical hits, but reduces your sight radius, so that's good if you get stuck somewhere. Down there in the bottom right, we have our weapons. You never run out of ammo, but you do have to reload your weapons. So there we have the assault rifle, and we can press the X button, because I'm playing on the Xbox One with backwards compatible Xbox 360 title. And you can switch over to the pistol. So let's see what we can do against these guys. 45% chance to hit is not great, but we're going to try it out, see what happens. And we got it. So 1 down.
Their weapons appear to self-destruct when the operator dies. We should look closely for any fragments that could be salvaged for our own development programs.
Which is true. We definitely want to hang on to those things. So here, I'm just going to put everybody else in Overwatch.
Moving to Overwatch.
That way, if these enemies make a move, we get a reaction shot. None of them will be any good, but better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, you know? So that enemy is fortifying his buddy there. See how he got an extra hit point? And that makes him better at all the things, like shooting us. And there's some more.
Here they come.
So we're getting a reaction shot against them. We missed. Surprise, surprise. And we get another reaction shot. Another miss.
Can't kill him if you don't hit him.
So now there are a couple of different things we can do. We obviously want to try and cover the distance a little bit between us and them, but we don't want to move up too much, because that'll just put us in a bad way. So let's move up a little bit so we still have a chance to shoot or attack. And see there, now we have the chance to fire at 5 different enemies. That one's got 65. Oh, and there, above him, you can see we have a 65% chance to hit on the left. He has 3 hit points, which are those 3 red blips. And then where his shield is yellow and a half shield, that means he has, I want to say 50% cover, but we have him flanked. And so here you can see chance to hit 65 with our aim. Our chance to crit is 60. So it's that he's flanked, and then the type of weapon we're using, which is the full 60%. Yes.
He's down.
So she's doing pretty good so far. Next, we want to move up, because none of them are on Overwatch. The game tells you when the enemies are on Overwatch. And we want to see what we can do with a grenade. Aha. So that the circle is our blast radius for the grenade. And what I want to do is I want to get these 2 guys. Now I know you're thinking, well, the grenade only does 3 damage, so it's not going to kill that guy with 4 hit points. But the beauty of the mind meld that they're doing is it buffs up one of the units, but if you kill the sectoid that's doing mind meld, it kills the other one as well. So this should take them both out.
You may want to instruct your men to exercise restraint when using explosives. While certainly effective at killing aliens, they also destroy the artifacts we're hoping to recover from the bodies. Just something to consider.
So I want to get us up in there, so I'm going to do a double movement with him, which takes both of his actions but gets us into a better position. And I may do the same with her. Yeah, I'm going to do the same with Elsa Marquez. So we're all in full cover. We're in pretty good spot for now. And I love the mind meld because it does make the other unit more susceptible. I'm sorry, it does make the other unit better. Uh-oh. Now we're down 1 already. Ah, and you can see when units see other units die, sometimes they panic. Especially rookies. Luckily, our first panic unit got a pretty good shot off on the guy. What we really want to do to get rid of this panic is take out the aliens and just try and sustain our position for a little while. So we can move up, we can try and get a better shot, we could grenade him. I think we do need to grenade him because we're not in a good spot right now. So we can take a shot at trying to kill him for 53%, or we can use this grenade and guarantee that he's going to die. So we're just going to guarantee it. That way everybody can unpanic, and we can have 3 units again instead of just 1.
Good work out there, Strike One.
If I may, Commander, the labs are on high alert. Teams are standing by for your orders. We can begin researching the newly recovered artifacts immediately.
And that's a bummer, because the lady that died would have been quite useful, because she probably would have got upgraded. So at this point, everybody is just a squaddy, which means they're bottom of the barrel. All they can do is shoot through grenades. But as they level up and they gain more experience, they will actually get upgraded into specialized tiers. I believe they're heavy assault, sniper, and support.
Welcome to XCOM HQ, Commander. I'm Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Yep, they all got promoted. Teresa probably would have been our support, because see, we have assault, heavy, and sniper.
Commander to the research labs.
So let's go with our
The
assault.
assault class serves as our front line. They're the first ones into a fight, and the last ones out.
They use shotguns, and as soon as they get upgraded into a squatty class from just a plain squatty, they get their first skill. So for the assaults, it's run and gun. Allows firing or overwatch after dashing on the turn run and gun is activated. So you can use that ability, move up, worth two action points worth of movement, and then shoot or go into overwatch. And here we have our heavy.
The heavy weapons specialist provides a crucial service to the squad. With the rocket launcher in tow, there are demolitions experts.
So he can fire a rocket. You fire a rocket using an equipped launcher. This ability cannot be used after moving, nor more than once per mission. And then we have our sniper, which are a lot of the times the MVP of these
Our
games.
snipers specialize in dealing massive amounts of damage from afar, but without sufficient training, they're vulnerable in close combat situations.
So, she unlocked Headshot. Fire a shot with a 30% critical chance and extra damage on critical hits, based on the tech level of the sniper rifle. Okay.
Commander
And we
to the
lost
research
Teresa.
labs.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
So these are all of the things that we picked up from our last mission. Xenobiology, which these top three are new researches that we can do to get better equipment and learn new things about the aliens. And then here at the bottom, we have the actual items we recovered, which are corpses and weapons fragments. So let's go to the research bay.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen. I oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
So, one of the big things is you always want to have some research going. And for different things, it gives you different things for different researches. So like xenobiology, it's crucial that we gain a thorough understanding of the alien physiology in order to develop weapons and tactics better suited to combating them. Weapon fragments. Fragments are all that remain of the powerful alien weaponry we've encountered so far. Further study could lead to advances in our own weapons development programs and alien materials. A cursory examination has already given us ideas for ways to improve the soldier's current body armor, but more research is required. So I'm going to do weapon fragments because that gives us a scope.
Commander,
I don't remember what
I
everything
realize our
gives
troops have
us.
to put their own survival first, but every alien we use explosives against is one less opportunity to recover new artifacts.
Yeah, we'll get right on that, Dr. Valen. So then we want to go to engineering. Hey, there's Dr. Valen.
Ah, Commander. I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, we can build it here.
We'll test that.
Speaking of which, Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
Yeah, go ahead. So this is where we build items for our soldiers and where we build
Commander
facilities.
to mission control. Commander to mission control.
So right now, there's not much we can build. We can build satellites, and we can build medkits. We definitely want at least one medkit. And one thing that's super important, again, these are my opinions, is building satellites. I'm at least going to get one satellite going, because if you look there, the project duration is 20 days. So it's going to take 20 days for this to be built. By the end of the month, that can be a huge deal to have a satellite available, and we'll go over satellites when we get there. So I'm going to go ahead and get one of those started. It took $100, but that's not so bad.
We've still got some room to grow up here, but if we really want to expand our facilities, we're going to have to start excavating beneath the base. Unfortunately, the deeper we go, the more it's going to cost.
So here is where we actually build the facilities of our base. We already have a satellite uplink, so we can upload one satellite, and all of these that are blocked off, we need to excavate. And those take time to do. So that's going to take 5 days to excavate that and $10. How much is an access lift? $50, 2 power. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. We need the lift to build down here.
I'll send word when the new facility is operational.
So we only have 2 slots to actually build things now. And we have insufficient funds for pretty much anything. One thing we want to work on very early on is satellite uplinks. That allows you to put more satellites in the air. So, and you'll also see that things have adjacency bonuses. So with the signal monitored by a team of engineers, each satellite uplink is capable of receiving transmission from 2 satellites. Adjacency bonuses +1 satellite capacity for every 2 uplinks constructed adjacent to one another. So that means if we build one here or one here, that'll have +1, and that the additional satellite uplink will also have +1. But we can't afford any of that right now. That's another thing. Your biggest enemy in the beginning of this game is money. So here we can go to the hangar and look at our ships. We have 2 ships, and they're here in Africa because that's where our base is. We'll need to station more planes.
Commander to mission control. Commander to mission
I'll be there in a minute, I promise. Here we'll need to put other ships in other areas once we have satellites over them. And then here's our barracks, where we can hire new soldiers that are all rookies, basically useless. Well, they're useless for now.
Commander to mission
Here we can view
control.
our soldiers.
Commander to mission
So we have our
control.
assault, our heavy, our sniper, and then the rest of our people that are just kind of here for now. And then we can view the memorial, which we already have somebody in. The first day. Rest in peace, Teresa. Rest in peace. And now we can go to mission control. Down there at the bottom near the time, you can see we go to mission control by pressing the Y
Commander
button.
to mission control. Commander to mission control.
So here what you do is this is how you actually pass time. So we're going to scan for activity by pressing the A button. Right up there at the top. Alien abductions reported. Let's view our abduction
Commander,
sites.
we've picked up multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked on the hologlobe.
And here you can see that we have 3 abductions. And you get different things for each one. So the first one's Manchester in the UK. And the mission difficulty is difficult. And our reward is $200. That could be good. But let's see what else. South Africa. Easy for engineers. Engineers are really, really important because you can't build certain things without engineers. But you also can't build anything without money. And then Rio de Janeiro in Brazil, we get 4 scientists. Scientists are important, not as important as money and engineers, in my opinion. So the thing is, whichever one of these we accept, we can't accept the other 2. It'll make the panic go down in the place we are, and it will make the panic go up in the places we don't go to. So let's say we take South Africa here, which is what I'm planning. Then the panic in the UK is probably going to shoot up twice, which will take it to 4 panic blips. Chads? I don't know what you want to call them. I'm calling them blips. and we're already at 2. If it gets to 5, and then we're at the end of the month, they will pull out of the XCOM initiative. And based on how many pull out of the XCOM initiative, we lose the game. So it probably stands to reason that we should go to the UK, but I want these engineers. So we're going to South Africa. And here is where we pick our people. We got our sniper, our assault, our heavy, and this person. We are going to change the loadout and give this person a med kit. No. Somebody needs a med kit for sure. We're gonna give Lou, the rookie, a med kit. And we're gonna hope for the best.
We have visual on the mission site. Setting down.
We're gonna begin assault.
We're heading to South Africa for this one, and we need to get down there fast. We've picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity within a major metropolitan area. We should get down there and eliminate any hostiles.
So I know there's been a lot of explaining and jibber jabber in this, but trust me, the game's far more enjoyable if you understand what's going on.
Central, this is Big Sky.
There's also a good chance that we're just going to lose, because this game is hard.
Reading you 5 by 5.
I've beaten it multiple
Strike one
times,
has
but
the
like I
green light for
said,
deployment.
I'm not an expert by any means.
On Overwatch.
And it's probably very tempting to just rush in there and try and get as close as you can, as quick as you can. But that's not smart. That's how you get killed. One of the biggest things in XCOM is patience. You have to be patient. Oh, also the sniper cannot move and shoot. So we can put her on Overwatch with her pistol. So she, I guess more accurately to say, she cannot move and shoot her sniper.
On Overwatch.
Let's see what's going on up here. Let's move up a little bit with one of our units. And there they are. So we got some options. 27%, 47% is not bad. Can we get a grenade in there? I don't think we can. No. So let's see what else we want to do. We definitely want to pull up.
Heading there now. Eyes on target.
No, maybe not that way though. It gives us more bad guys to deal with. It's okay though. It'll take them a little bit of time to get to us, I think. Let's move you up. Not you, Lou. Ha ha ha. So let's do an Overwatch with our sniper rifle. And I'm going to take a shot with this 47% to hit. It worked. Love it. And he's booking it. He's like, nope, F this, I'm out of here.
Got a lot of heat on me.
You're alright. Calm down there, pal. Yeah, the enemies are much better shots in this than your people are, especially in the beginning. I take it back. Never mind. The game can be so unfairly difficult that, you know, it'd be like, oh, that's XCOM. You know, a 47% chance to hit is not great. But it's not the worst. I want to move up. So here's another thing we can do. We can fire a rocket at him. And it does 6 damage. And can just completely obliterate him and all of the cover in here. But I don't know if I want to waste my rocket on that just yet. We can move Lou up. Put her in semi-decent cover. There's going to be a lot of contemplation in this because you've got to be so careful. Otherwise, you're just going to lose people left and right. Let's dash over here, stay in full cover, and see if maybe we can get a shot on that guy next turn. And I am going to send Lou up with our heavy. I'm also going to name them, assuming they live long enough to be named. It's a 30% chance. It's not great. What about the pistol? That's a 70% chance, but as you can see, it does up to 2 damage. So this can't kill him. But we can wing him if we hit. Yeah, so see, that was a 70% chance to hit, and we just completely missed. And that's a 47. Let's see what happens there. Missed again.
Damn it. Missed the target.
That's XCOM for you. Sometimes the RNG it's just not kind. Sometimes it is. And our sniper is too far away to do anything useful. So let's get her up into full cover here, and maybe she'll be useful next turn. That's how snipers work in the beginning. So what I think I want to do with her, with our assault, is try and get her up there with a running gun. So that means we can now double move and still take a shot. This guy is just out in the open here. So we're going to go up and obliterate him. 98% chance to hit. We might still miss. I've missed twice on 99% chance to hit. It's not uncommon.
Bye-bye.
Let's move you up a little bit. See if we can get a good shot. 25%. Not great. What about you? His shot won't be any better, but he has grenades, so we are probably just going to use a grenade on this guy to get him out of the way. Because I just don't want to deal with him. This may be everyone. There may be one more squad of place.
Mission accomplished.
Okay, that was it. But hey, every mission where nobody dies is a good mission. The bad thing about this is we did get some wounds. So when people take damage, they get wounded, and then they're unavailable for so many days. That can be really, really bad. Really bad. Because you may send all of your people on a really tough mission, your main squad. They'll go out, get wounded. Yeah, and you can see up there, wounded 10 days, wounded 8 days. And that is not good. We got some more corpses and weapon fragments. So now we can also build a new facility, the workshop. Each workshop adds engineers to our staff. And it has adjacency bonuses. But here you can see we gained 4 engineers, and panic has increased across South America and Europe.
We will be in touch, Commander.
And I'll show you the situation room real quick.
Every member of the Council is going to want satellite coverage, so we should plan our deployments carefully.
And here's the situation room. It shows us... Yeah, I know how satellite deployment works, and I'll explain it to you. Here you can see all of the places that we have. You see here that Nigeria has a satellite over it. That means that we gain 1 engineer per month, plus $100, and I believe we get the extra $42 for different things.
I'm receiving you. We'll monitor that contact.
but I don't think it's related to the UFO activity.
And the more satellites we have, the more we can intercept actual UFOs as they come in to the atmosphere. And we can shoot them down with our planes. But you can also see down there at the bottom, with Africa, if we have one satellite, it's one engineer per month. If we have two satellites by covering Nigeria and South Africa, it's one scientist and one engineer per month. Or I guess it'd be one scientist and two engineers per month. And then if we cover Egypt, which is also on the continent, it's
nothing to report
plus one scientist plus two engineers per month. So 2, 3, 4 engineers and 2 scientists. That'll cost us satellites though. And you can see there at the top right of the screen, we have 0 satellites available. We can put up 2, and we only have 1 in orbit right now, which is over Nigeria, which you can see by the little satellite icon there. If you look in the top left of the screen, you can see that there are 8 blips. So if we lose 8 of these countries...
Some nut calling himself Commander Straker has been all over the news ranting about shadow operatives.
Shut up, Central. But yeah, so if 8 countries pull out, we're just completely out. The XCOM initiative is over and the game is over. Which, I mean, it could happen. The game gets pretty tough on this difficulty level. But that's why we build satellites as early as possible. We can also look at our expenses, how much money we get, plus our expenses. So our net monthly income's right down there at the bottom for 142. The gray market...
Several members of the Council have expressed an interest in acquiring some of the artifacts we've recovered. However, we should be careful in choosing what items we release. The research team may not have discovered their true value yet.
So we can sell these. So we can sell weapon fragments, sectoid corpses, we can sell all kinds of stuff that we get from the battlefield. I tend to hang on to it until I actually need it. And there are also other things you can do, like sometimes a request from Canada somewhere might come in and say, oh, we want 3 sectoid corpses and we'll give you $50 for 3. So if you sell them, you get 15 bucks.
Sell to the Council hasn't been examined by the research team.
I'm aware.
I'm sure Dr. Vahlen would be disappointed if we put financial gains ahead of our own research and development.
Suffice it to say, you make more money by selling it to other countries, but those requests are few and far between. Anyways, that is XCOM 101. It's a really basic look at XCOM, but it's an amazing game. It's absolutely worth playing, and I cannot wait to keep going with it. So I hope you'll join me, and I hope you have enjoyed this and you'll enjoy further. As always, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.